YouTube? I'm back again today for another game review. Today I'm very excited to check out Dino Dunk from Twin City Games. This is for ages 9+, for 2 or 4 players. Take about 30 to 45 minutes to play. And in Dino Dunk, you are going to be flicking around dinosaurs playing a game of basketball. It's a pretty standard game of basketball. Passing, shooting, dunking. You can do layups. You can have backboards. There's going to be fouls and free throws and turnovers and shot clocks. All sorts of stuff taken from basketball, but mixed into a dinosaur game with flicking. Doesn't work, though. Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Dino Dunk. So first and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule booklets. It is 8 pages, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples, and it's pretty well done. There is a lot to take in on this just because there's exhibition modes, and there's the shot clock you have to keep up with, and there's fouls, and there's layups, and you can use the alternate variants, which will have like backboards, and there's the exhibition game and the regular game, and there's different character powers. There's lots of different stuff going in to this game, despite the fact it is a relatively straightforward flicking game where you're going to try to play basketball with dinosaurs. So in Dino Dunk, what you're going to be doing is you're trying to get the most points. You're going to go to X number of points. They recommend 6. I mean, you can play all the way up to, I guess, 20, because these things go all the way up to 10. But this is going to be your main hub here. You're going to be taking track of your shot clock, who has the ball, because this one is double-sided. You're going to be keeping track of the score right here. And the action is all going to be happening on this playmat right here. Now, I do want to mention that it is a double-sided playmat. So one side you got like the volcano here, and you actually have a river running through the middle, which you got little river pods right here, and this one has a river running through the middle, which actually can change the dynamics of the game because the main star of this game is going to be the different character cards. So at the beginning of the game, assuming you're not playing the exhibition mode, which will have you using these cards over here. And I don't recommend playing the exhibition mode except when you're playing your absolute first game because it's not the best. You're going to pick 5 of these characters. Now, they look like different dinosaurs, but they actually all have their own different special abilities on the back. They even have, you know, their hometown born. It's really cool how they did the artwork and graphic design in this game. But you're going to be picking 5 of these characters, and each one is going to have their strengths and weaknesses. For instance, the Spinosaurus right here. He can move, he can pass, he cannot shoot, and he can dunk. So each one is going to have something they're not going to be able to do. So for instance, this pterodactyl, he can't shoot or he can't dunk, but he's going to be a great mover and a great passer. Also over here on the right, you're going to have a special ability you'll be able to do. So let's take a look at this guy. After performing a move action, if this dinosaur gained possession of the ball, then this dinosaur may immediately perform a free pass or dunk action. And all these special abilities are things that you're really going to want to be keeping track of as you're playing the game. So you're going to pick 5 of these, and you're going to take those 5 dinosaurs out. And each one is different. Each one of them feels a little bit different. You got a guy who's really good at passing, one that's really good at shooting, one who has a tail which can kind of block the ball. I will say, though, that they're both symmetrical. So each team is going to have the same 10 dinosaurs to pick from, but which 5 you pick will change how you play the game a little bit. Once you pick your 5 dinosaurs, you are going to set them up. You're going to decide who's on offense and who's on defense, and then you're going to set up your alignment. So let's go ahead and just set something up real quick. We'll just say we got these guys right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So bam, that's what we're going to be doing right here. And this guy's going to be setting up on defense. Let's say he goes. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that the large dinosaur is actually double-sided. So there's 2 large dinosaurs for you to pick from, but you can only pick once per game. Everything else is single-sided. So once you're ready to go, you're going to be able to start playing some basketball. There's going to be a couple main actions you're going to be able to take. Move, pass, shoot, and dunk. So I'm going to go over all 4 of the actions real quickly before we go into how it all works. But the first one you're going to do is move. And moving is very simple. If I were to move this guy, boom, I just moved him. It's just as simple as flicking your character. You can only activate one of your dinosaurs you can only activate 2 dinosaurs per turn, and you can only activate a dinosaur once per turn, even though some of those actions will let you, even though some of their special abilities will sometimes let you take 2 actions on a turn. There's a move. How does a pass work? Well, it's quite simple. You can take that, and boom, you flick it to this person as long as you hit them. Now they have the ball. So I just pass this guy, move there, and that would be my entire turn because you're only allowed to take 2 actions on your turn, so the shot clock would go up to 1 right there. Boop. So, right there. And if you can't score before you get to the 0, then you are going to lose possession of the ball. So we talked about the move, we talked about the pass. Let's talk about the shoot and the dunk. So let's just say that somehow this guy got right here. He's got the ball. We can do what's called the shoot action. How the shoot action works is what you're trying to do is you're trying to flick your little dauber into this circular volcano hole right here. And as you can see, there's volcano holes on both sides. If you get it in there, it's 2 points. Unless, of course, you are outside of the 3-point line, which, as you can see, kind of cleverly hidden there. That's the 3-point line, in which case you will gain 3 points. Slam dunk is somewhat different because with a slam dunk, you're actually going to put the ball on top of your head, and then you're going to try to get your dinosaur into the circle. If the ball falls off, like that one did, well then boo-hoo, I don't get any points. There also are going to be fouls in there. I'm not going to go too much into the fouls, but pretty much how it works is if this guy has the ball, you want to get as close as you can to defend him, but at the same time, you don't want to touch him or else you're going to commit a foul. If you commit a foul, you get to shoot a 3 throw. And as you can see, very cleverly disguised, there's 3 throw lines right here. Anywho, you're going to continue to go until you get to any number of points, whatever number of points you decide to go to. There's some other fringe rules here. If you go out of bounds with the ball, it's a turnover. If the ball is lost right here, the first person to get to the ball takes the ball, and you just have to touch it, and then it's kind of yours, and then that would change this. So immediately, boom, we put this back up here because now blue has possession of the ball. But that, in a pretty loose nutshell, is how you're going to play Dino Dunk. Alright then, Dino Dunk from Twin City Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. 2 or 4 players are very restricted player count. Also, 2 players is the best way to play this game. Because in 4 players, it's just, hey, you kind of split up the actions. And it's like, that's not really that much fun. Now, that being said, if you have a group of 4 who really enjoys the game, then it's not a huge deal. But 2 is the ideal way to play this game. And I don't think you're going to have too many people that are disagreeing. Next, component-wise, you have to put on stickers, which will inevitably annoy some people, but the stickers are nice, and they leave a lot of room for error around the outside, so it's not like you have to be perfect and tedious about how you put on the stickers, but still, some people hate stickers. Next, exhibition mode of the game. You're going to play it once, and you're never going to play it again. I will say, don't give up on the game after just playing the exhibition mode, because the exhibition mode is pretty standard, it's pretty boring. When you add the special abilities, that's when the game really catches its groove, gets its groove back, like Stella. Next, since it is a playmat, one side of the playmat is going to be a little bit warped, so you will have to kind of like, if you want to play with that side, kind of fold it up like this in order to kind of uncrease it out. It's not a huge deal, but something that I did want to mention. Another comment of this game is that I worry a little bit with some people that the amount of stuff to take in the regular game is going to be a little bit too much. You're going to have 5 different dinosaurs. They're all going to have their own unique special abilities. And if you really want to play your optimal game of this, you have to be flicking well and shooting well, obviously. But you need to have a good deal of forward planning on who's going to pass the ball, who's going to shoot the ball, who's going to have the ball, where you are, where the water is. And I worry that it might be a little bit overwhelming for some younger kids. That being said, I didn't have that issue, but I still worry about that issue. Any other cons I have of the game? I mean, this is a dexterity game. It's a flicking game. If you don't like flicking games, this one's not going to be for you. If you don't like basketball, I don't think this one's going to be for you because it is basketball. They really did a good job of taking basketball and making it into a dinosaur flicking game. Which is good, because that's what the game is about. So moving on to the pros, Dino Dunk does a lot of things very, very well. It is a good flicking game. It is a good dinosaur game. I like the special abilities in the game. It didn't captivate me as much as I was hoping it would, but I'm not actually the target demographic for this game. I thought this was a good to potentially very good game. The kids in my class that I played it with, the 10, 11-year-olds, they really enjoyed this game. They thought it was great to very great. They did all agree that the exhibition mode kind of stinks. So once again, everybody's pretty unanimous on that. But what's great about this game to them and good to me? So first and foremost, special abilities. All the different dinosaurs feel different and they have their own cool special abilities. And when you can kind of chain different things together, that's fun, that's neat, that feels good because it's like, yes, I have this plan. I'm going to chain this together, I'm going to chain this together. which in most games, that's fun, that's great. But in this game, it feels even better because you still have to do the flicking. You still have the dexterity aspect of the game, and it really comes across well, and it makes it an enjoyable experience. Also, it's double-sided, which I like. And when I first started playing the game, I was like, that doesn't matter at all. But the little patches of water with certain dinosaurs actually do matter, and you can use them somewhat to your strategic advantage. I don't want to say that it's like a huge game-changing thing, but it's cool that it's there. Let's get to this game board, though. The game board looks good, both sides. I like both sides, and the kids in the class, they each had their own favorite sides. Like, some kids like the volcanic side, and some kids like the green side. And it looks lush and great and dinosaur-y, which is good. The artwork is very good. What I really like about it is especially how well they hid everything. It doesn't look like a basketball court until you really start to look at it and say, oh yeah, there's the hoop. That's where the backboard would go. There's the free throw line, the three-point line, the half-court line. All those cool little aspects that only come out when you really start to examine it, which I really enjoy. Like if someone was looking at this and they had no idea that it was a dinosaur basketball game, they'd say, oh yeah, this looks like a scene from a dinosaur game. And then you say, oh, but it's basketball. I'd be like, oh yeah, I kind of see that. And that aspect is cool. So I like the special abilities. I like the little area you have here to keep track of the 24-second, or the 6 turn clock, I guess it would be. The scores here, that's all very well done. And in the end, Dino Dunk, I think it is a good to very good game. But the target demographic, which would be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids, they thought it was great. They really did stink and enjoy it. So for me personally, I will be keeping this one in my classroom to play with kids. I don't know if it's going to make the cut for one big reason, and that's because it's primarily a 2-player game. I do not want to play it as a 4-player game. I don't want to split up my turn because, well, that's kind of lame. But Dino Dunk, Twin City game. You got a kid who I'd say is ages 8, 9, 10, 11 who likes basketball and likes dinosaurs and likes flicking, or even 2 of the 3 of those things, I think this is going to be a hit at your house. So that is Dino Dunk from Twin City Games. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, dinosaurs, yay or nay? Do they still do it for you even at this age? For me personally, yeah, I love dinosaurs. I love playing with dinosaurs and making superheroes ride dinosaurs. I would love to see more dinosaurs in this game as well. This game is definitely ripe for expansions, even if they're just like, 4 8-card booster packs where it's just, hey, here's 4 dinosaurs and 4 dinosaurs for both sides and extra stickers so you can put them on there and switch between the sides. I would love that as well. I feel like this game definitely is ripe for that. But that's not the question. But dinosaurs, yay or nay still. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.